With the announcement pending, it's time to start talking about Kyle Larson's 2025 Indy 500 chances. Welcome back to the Breaking Balls channel. It's Bob here. If you're new here, welcome in. Hit that subscribe button. We're always talking NASCAR and racing on a daily basis. Last night we had post-race coverage of the NASCAR playoff opener from Atlanta, including Joey Logano's big win to lock himself into the next round, and lackluster days for some of the stars of the NASCAR Cup Series, including Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr. Very interesting recap there from Atlanta. Go check that out. But today we're talking about a scheduled announcement for Tuesday morning involving both Arrow McLaren and Hendrick Motorsports. You guessed it, Pato O'Ward is joining the 48 team for Alex Bowman. I'm just kidding. No. It's Kyle Larson. We all know it's Kyle Larson. It's the announcement that Kyle Larson will be running the Indy 500 for the second year in a row in a partnership between Arrow McLaren and Hendrick Motorsports. A very successful partnership last year in the 2024 race, with Kyle Larson becoming the fifth person to run the Indy 500 Coke 600 Memorial Day double, that 1,100-mile gauntlet, joining John Andretti, Robbie Gordon, Tony Stewart, and Kurt Busch. Now Larson is set to become only the third driver in history to run multiple 1,100-mile attempts between Robbie Gordon and Tony Stewart. Kyle Larson wasted no time in his rookie attempt at the Indy 500, qualifying fifth overall in the big race, showing speed all month of May, and was in contention for that race with McLaren, but had a late speeding penalty that caught him out and just really ruined his day. Did lead a few laps toward the end there with race strategy, but just wasn't able to overcome that late speeding penalty and finished 18th there, but did win the 2024 Indy 500 Rookie of the Year. Side note, I love there's a Rookie of the Year for one race. But for Kyle Larson, it was really just a what-if moment there. He had a fast car, was in the front of the pack all day, but just really couldn't overcome that late race speeding penalty. Otherwise, was a very strong debut. But more notably for Kyle Larson was his normal job in NASCAR, because the Indy 500 had a weather delay and it pushed the race back a few hours. Kyle Larson said, I'm staying. I'm going to run the Indy 500 and then fly to Charlotte for the Coke 600, which is great, but he missed the start of the Coke 600. Justin Allgaier jumped into that number 5 car for him, but still, it was tough for Kyle Larson because not only did he miss the green flag, he missed the entire race. As soon as he landed touchdown in Charlotte, the red flag came out, the bottom fell out from the skies, and it rained in Charlotte as well. So weather not only delayed his Indy 500 chances, but it just completely washed away his Coke 600 opportunity to even get on track there. Like I said, as soon as he touched down, the rain came down. It was almost like a script from NASCAR there. And then it turned into a whole fight with NASCAR over a waiver. Kyle Larson's not eligible for the playoffs if he didn't start every race. Okay, I get it, but he brought so much more attention to NASCAR and is building up the sport because of that partnership with McLaren there, being racing in the biggest race in America with the Indy 500 there. For Kyle Larson, he was granted the waiver a few weeks later after a long, drawn-out public fight that was on every side imaginable, but it did bite him in the end because he missed the regular season championship because of it, after coming up 1 point short to Tyler Reddick for the regular season championship at Darlington. So Kyle Larson missed out on 15 playoff points. May not matter, but after a race yesterday where he crashed out early at Atlanta, he's only now 15 points above the cut line. I bet those 15 points from the regular season title would be good there. Again, that's all just what ifs and hypotheticals from the past there, but for Kyle Larson, it is something to note there. Maybe that's why Hendrick signed that charter agreement with NASCAR last week. Hey, we'll do it, but you got to give Kyle Larson an automatic waiver if he runs that Indy 500 next, so we don't have this long, drawn-out mess if weather occurs once again in May. For Kyle Larson and his 2025 Indy hopes, I want to hear from you down below. Do you think he has a competitive shot to win again? I guess it just depends on if McLaren brings the same speed that they did last year, but Kyle Larson looked like he was very comfortable, made passes in the field. The only thing that bit him was that green flag pit stop late in the race where he got caught speeding there. I think he has a shot to finish in the top 5. I think it just depends on, again, what McLaren brings to the track more than anything. If they have fast cars like last year, can they compete with that Penske trio that is just almost impossible to beat at their home track for Uncle Roger there? Let me know down below. What do you think about Kyle Larson running his second Indy 500 back-to-back years? Only the third driver in history, joining Tony Stewart and Jeff's long-lost cousin Robbie Gordon as the only drivers to compete in multiple Indy 500 Coke 600s on the same weekend. Let me know down below. Subscribe for more NASCAR content here at Breaking Balls, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Till next time.